Hi guys, Amber here. Welcome back to In Conversation with ATF. Now today is a quick episode. We've only got 15 minutes, so I'll make it as quick as we can. Well, it's a two-parter anyway, so we'll just focus on one subject and we'll bounce to the other. My guest today is an actor, a voice actor. You may know him as the voice of Clark Kent, Kal-El, or as you know him, Superman. This is what I spent five
Hello.
minutes looking for. It's some little Hallmark itty bitty.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
Superman and Justice League, the animated series, Justice League Unlimited, Static Shock, The Batman, and also video games such as Multiversus and DC Universe Online. You may also know him as the voice of Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 2 and in the Final Fantasy franchise, Ren in the Pirates of Dark Water, the Tin Soldier in Timeless Tales from Hallmark, which I couldn't even find anywhere on your IMDb, but then I just saw
It,
you in one of the specials. I was like, wow.
it's a good, yes. I sang in it, I think. Yeah.
You did? You
Yeah,
did?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
You
Yeah,
did,
with
yeah.
Megan
And
Mullally. Yeah, this woman, Megan Mullally, who was on that show, gosh, what the hell was the name of that show? A big TV show. Megan Mullally plays the princess. It's really great.
oh, I got a lot of it now. My guess has also been the voice of Damon in Adventures from the Book of Virtues, Bark
Yes.
for the Pup Star franchise,
Oh yeah, yeah,
also
yeah.
in cartoons such as Johnny Bravo, Benton Alien Force, and Batman Gotham Knight, which is not a cartoon but a film.
Yes.
Live action work includes Travis Rogers in It Takes Two, Bryan MacKenzie in the Father of the Bride franchise, the voice of Theodore Rex in the film of the same name, and
Not so
also
good, but yes.
TV shows such as Family Ties, Designing Women, Chicago Hope, Friends, the CSI franchise, NCIS, Law and Order Special Victims Unit, and many more. My guest is George Newbern.
Good to
Welcome,
see
George.
you. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Hi. And I got my little Superman here. I spent
There
like
you
5 minutes. I was just rummaging just
go.
in my room. I was like, where is he? I've got to get him. He's just funny and adorable. I love him. He just
Love it.
he sit here.
I love it.
Um, so how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm just in my booth working. I'm narrating an audiobook that I'm doing a
Ooh.
series of called the Torth science fiction series. It's a series of 5 books by Abby Goldsmith. Very, very detailed and wild and really well written. So I'm in the middle of that, and I've got some deadlines. So I'm kind of running around like crazy, but doing well. How about you?
I'm not too bad, honestly. I've had a look up Megan, which says something about Princess Sophia the First or something like that. I don't know.
Princess Sophia first? What's that? Oh, is
It's
that
it's,
from
it's a kid show. He said, well, she's best
the
known for
Timeless
being Karen.
Tales?
No, no, no. In the
No.
oh, sorry, I thought you meant she was in another show. She's best known for being Karen Walker in Will and Grace.
Oh,
I think
yes,
that's
correct. Will and Grace.
yeah,
That's it. Yes, that
yeah.
was
I
it.
was gonna say
Couldn't remember
yeah.
the name. It was a big popular show. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So honestly, so for those who don't know the full story, we originally only had half an hour, and then I obviously ended up trying to search my whole room for Superman, and then my computer decided to freeze up at the wrong time. And so we've now only got about
No worries.
10 minutes with each other. So we're going to discuss now. As much as I'd love to talk about Superman in this part, that's going to have to wait until part two. Everything
Okay.
DC
Okay.
animated.
Sure.
I
Sure.
feel
Sure.
awful. It's the best thing we can do, George. Um, so, of course, we'll start off with the other cartoons that you've done. Timeless Tales from Hallmark, Olivia Newton-John, like, with all these amazing people you've worked with. I'm literally just like looking at the credits now. Hang on, who
Yeah.
voice directed you for this? I want to see. I want to see.
I think that was Chris. It was either Chris Zimmerman, I think it was,
Oh yeah, Chris
or
Zimmerman was the casting director. The recording director
yeah,
was
and it might have been either Gordon Hunt or she may
Gordon
have directed.
Hunt. Yeah.
Either Gordon Hunt or she might have directed. I can't recall honestly.
People have recognized Tim Curry, Dan Gilvezan, Pat Music, who I've just had on my
Sure.
show, Frank,
Yeah.
Frank
Yeah.
Welker.
Frank Welker. I've done so many things with Frank Welker. He's done everything with everyone.
Yeah.
He's truly a genius in the
Oh
voiceover
yeah.
world.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And Paul Williams as well, the Penguin from the DC animated
I just
universe.
met Paul Williams 3 weeks ago in Arkansas
Yeah.
at comic. Yeah, great man. Really loved him.
Oh
Very
yeah,
sweet
you
guy.
went you went to Arkansas Comic Con, yeah, because
The Little Rock comic. Yeah, yeah. This was probably a month ago. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, because there was I think Bobby Costanzo, who was also on my show,
yeah.
he
Bobby
was there as
Costanzo was
well.
there. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and also John Glover, who I really would like on
John
my show.
Glover, good guy. Have you interviewed John?
I really want to interview him, but it's
Yeah,
it's a complicated story
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
I'll
yeah, yeah,
explain it offside. So
yeah, yeah.
wow, so I've got to ask. I know this is Superman related, but I've kind of got to ask. What's the inside scoop? How did you? I know it was Tim Daly who initially portrayed Superman
Right,
in
right.
Superman the animated
Yeah,
series. How did
yeah.
you come about getting the role?
It really was just an audition like any other audition for actors, and I didn't really give it much thought because you go to these auditions and you learn to forget about them as you do them and you go away. But when I got it, I was like, oh wait, what was this? I knew it was Superman, but I just thought it was a one-off, a one-off, one day job, and
Yeah.
I had no idea I'd be talking to you 17 years later, honestly, or 18 years later, maybe longer, whatever it was. But yeah, it was just a regular audition, and once I got it, it was quite an honor and a responsibility to make sure that I did a good job and honored what people expected of who the icon of
Yeah.
Superman was in the DC universe. I was not that um, educated on that, but I got educated pretty quick. I used to read the comic books when I was younger,
Mhm.
but so to get to do the voice, and I'd also worked with Christopher Reeve in a movie, and we
Oh
talked a lot
wow.
about Superman when I first got to LA, but I had no idea I'd end up doing the voice of Superman. So anyway, it's been a great journey, you know.
Honestly, yeah, I agree. And what a great show it is, directed by Andrea Romano, who's been a big
Yeah,
help to me with my career. And of
sure.
course, working with Kevin Conroy and
Yeah, yeah.
all the people who've been on my show. I think the Kevin, I would have loved to have had for my show, but I just got to him a bit too late. I
Yeah,
got to him, and by the time he was sick,
yeah. We
and that was
miss him.
after. I know. I think he would have been a really good guest, like just
Oh
sitting here
heavens,
talking about Batman.
he would have just been the best. He's hilarious. He was hilarious.
Knocked it
Just
out the park.
exactly.
Bless him. I've got to ask, you've got three children, right? Haven't you?
I had three kids. Yeah,
Hmm.
they're older. They're 28, 24, and 21.
Wow, I
So yeah.
feel old. Yeah, I'm
Oh
19.
no, you're what?
So
How
19.
you're how old?
19.
Oh, 19. Good God. Good God, you're a child. You're a
So
child.
so your kids were like so at the threshold for growing up with like the cartoons that you did, especially like when you were
Right.
Superman on Justice League. Did they, by any rare chance, did they ever come to any of your recording sessions for any show?
Yeah, my son did. He came to a couple of Superman sessions. It just
Oh,
fun. It was fun for them to get to watch, and he came to a couple of Comic Cons. And yeah, my family's been to seen a little bit of that world. My wife is an actress, so she was very
mhm.
much aware of that. But my kids are they kind of had their own lives. They were not that into show
Yeah,
business necessarily.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's totally understandable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, we'll have more on the DC animated universe in part
Yes.
two, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
I'm excited for that. I don't know when that's going to be, but just maybe there's more of a
Okay.
wait.
Yeah.
So another show that I've been wanting to talk to you about is the Pirates of Dark Water.
Yeah.
Now, that's another Hanna-Barbera project that you did alongside Timeless
Yeah.
Tales,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
stellar cast as well. Jodie Benson, Frank
Hmm.
Welker, who was
Yeah.
actually his
Tim
character was,
Curry, Andy, Roddy McDowell.
yeah, because
I
it
even
was
think yeah,
yeah,
I
it
think
was.
Jonathan Winters even did a couple of episodes. I don't he's a character actor from a while ago, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I was gonna say because Roddy McDowell, his character, he did the character in the miniseries. When the actual TV series came around, Frank replaced him. I don't know what happened with that, but I presumed obviously he recorded as an ensemble.
yeah, we did. I don't know. I don't know. You mean for the second season?
Just for like the show, the entire show, really, or like the
Oh, I thought,
miniseries. I think.
wait, Roddy McDowell was there for the whole time. I thought. Am I wrong?
I don't know.
Or
It says that he was. I don't know. It says something about him only being in the miniseries or something, or like the
huh?
first five
Yeah,
episodes.
I saw him all the time in the studio. I don't know why. I don't know why that
Ooh.
sounds incorrect, but yeah. But anyway, yeah, we had a great time. That was my first animated job, and it was really cool. Gordon Hunt, the guy who directed it, his daughter was Helen Hunt, and I had met Helen when I first got to LA, and she was a very sweet lady and turned out to be a very famous actress. But uh, yeah, I didn't know anything about. I was just mostly an on-camera actor and a stage actor and a musical theater actor.
Yeah.
So when I got this, the part of Ren, which is the sort of the title character of Pirates of Dark Water, I had no idea what I was doing, so I was just pretty much just like, yeah, tell me what to do. I didn't have a clue. I just sort of took him as sort of the leader of this group. And when I saw the animation and how detailed and how rich the animation was, it was just a mind-blowing experience for me, because I just realized, I went, man, this is so different than on camera and television and movies. It's, it's just another, it's a different art form, and such a universal art form that people all around the world, regardless of language, will really, really identify with. They can dub over the voices, this, that, and the other. But I think animated things are much more relatable to people in other cultures, too. But
yeah,
I'm rambling
definitely.
now. Amber, I'm
No,
rambling.
no, it's okay. Yeah. It's okay. I wish we had more time, but at least there'll be there will be a time we can look forward to, which is part 2.
Of course. Yeah. What else about Dark Water would you like to know about?
Well, I mean, you're part of pretty much the Hanna-Barbera legacy, and just being
Yeah.
among these many famous folk, as you said, Tim Curry,
Yeah, that
Jonathan
was
Winters.
really, especially Jonathan Winters came and did a guest spot. And when he came, I was like, whoa. Not many of your audience probably even knows who Jonathan Winters was. You can Google him. But that to me was like, oh my God. And Tim Curry, who I'd seen in, Rocky Horror Picture Show, was in it, and he was hysterical. Loved him. And yeah, just the whole process of doing voiceover, and sort of with a whole group of actors there in front of the microphone and getting to read the story, and it was just so different for me. And I think it was one of Hanna-Barbera's last animated projects before they stopped doing them. I think it was one of their last. So we did 2 seasons, and I think every time I see fans at the Comic Cons, they're like, "Why did it only go 2 seasons?" And I say, "Well, I think because Hanna-Barbera basically went out of business, so I mean that's what stopped it."
A lot of Hanna-Barbera shows did only end up with 1 season and 13 episodes. That was the most common thing, and I don't know why, because 13 they class as an unlucky number, so it'd be a bit it's unlucky that it stopped at 1 season. I don't know. And then of course you had Frank Welker, who was literally the top top 5 most grossing Halloween Hollywood.
Hollywood, yes.
I don't know why I said Halloween.
Yeah, what?
I mean, it nearly is Halloween. It's only about 11 days away.
So. It is Halloween. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and he's done Halloween films, and I suppose
exactly.
Yeah, it's the top grossing Hollywood star. I'm just like I'm coming over right in March, and I go to the Hollywood sign, and guys, I made it to Halloween. I'm gonna do that. But yeah, that's just fun. Like I gotta ask, actually, let's make that the big question of part 1, right? So my big question to you, everyone a big question, to round off the sort of part. My big question is working with Frank Welker. Now I know I've already asked you it, but like I want to know your sort of favorite memory.
Where can you find him, you say?
Oh no, what's your favorite memory of working with him?
My favorite memory of Frank Welker was in the studio. He did some of the Justice League things too, I believe, but I remember him mostly from Dark Water, when he would, he comes and does voices. You could say, play, Frank, give us a sound of like, a bird that's been shot in the neck and it's trying to call out to its best friends to save him from, molten hot lava. And he would do the impersonation of it. His voice does incredible things with his voice, and you just go, oh my God, that's a real talent.
Definitely.
I remember him doing all those voices for birds and animals and aliens and all kinds of things.
So, George, thank you so much for having a little chat with me. I know it was short, but we still had a great time together.
You're welcome, Amber. Well, I look forward to talking to you again soon sometime.
Me too. Where can we find you online?
I'm at George Newbern on Instagram, at George Newbern on Twitter, and at George Newbern on Facebook. It's pretty easy to find me. So jump in there. Yep.
Sweet. I'll link all those in the description.
Nice to meet you guys. Or nice to meet you and your beautiful room and all the people on your wall.
Thank you. So, to you at home, thank you so much for watching this episode of In Conversation with ATF, the episode featuring the amazing George Newbern. We will be back with part 2 in the future, where we will discuss more Justice League, more Superman, more Kevin Conroy, more live action stuff, and more everything. So stick around till then, and we'll see you soon. Take care, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
and cut.